It's too much. Thank you, guys.
Well, you know, you all that.
Oh,
you all
stop
that.
it. Stop it.
Now,
Too much. Way too much.
we've been talking about comics in particular in the news these days. And as you know, Bill Maher has been taking some heat, as has Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
What's your take? Are comics doing what they've always done and just recognizing consequences, or is there something different happening?
Well, I think that, I mean, with anything comes change. And I think the times are different now. And as a comedian, you have to understand and respect that. You know, if you put yourself in a position to be viewed in a negative way from the public, with social media being the way that it is, if it's negative, it's going to spread. You know, viral equals virus at a certain degree. So, you know, I think you have to use better judgment. There's things as a comedian that I know I can't say because of my platform. So if you have a huge platform and you say certain things on that platform, it's going to be seen by so many. So when you look at Kathy Griffin and you look at Bill Maher from what they've done, you know, you're just looking at comics being comics. We always take risks, but, you know, sometimes it can be distasteful.
Do you think they should lose their jobs for it, though? I mean, there's a lot of that going around.
I mean, well, you know, I won't personally speak on anybody's, you know, position in life with their job. I'm not in place to do that. I won't throw any negativity that way, but I will say that certain things can just not be tasteful. I think Kathy Griffin, I get that it was a joke. It wasn't received well. You apologize. You just step away from it. Whatever happens after that, it happens. Bill Maher, I don't think Bill Maher is a racist, but you know the consequences of using the word. You know how many people view into your show. It was stupid.
Why do comedians have to be more politically correct than the President of the United States?
Well, I don't think they do. I don't think they do in any way, shape, or form. I mean, look, we live in a country where freedom of speech is what we stand for. But at the same time, our country has several different individuals who have several different opinions. Everything isn't going to go over well.
I want to talk to you about you.
Oh.
And your very successful career. Forbes named you the highest paid comedian.
Don't get me right.
For earning more. More than $87 million last year. And your book is fantastic. You really talk about sort of that rags to riches experience.
Yes.
But even Dave Chappelle has said in his Netflix special that you're more popular than he is and that his son is a bigger fan of yours than his.
Yeah, that's a true story. Tell us
about it.
Dave, I was in Ohio and I was doing the show. And Dave called me. He was like, I didn't know you were down here. I'm here. I was like, come down. I'll take care of you. He brought his son to the show. And you know, Dave didn't see my show. He saw me perform, like, when I was working on material, but he never saw the production behind my show. Like, my show's a show. So he came and he saw the opening. He saw me shoot out from the bottom of the stage and fireworks and explosions. So his son came back afterwards and his son was blown away. And I was like, come in, eat. And they ate. And his son, he was talking about something because his son was eating so fast. So he got mad at his son. He's like, stop embarrassing me in front of and I ended up giving his son, they gave me like a bunch of paraphernalia from the school, from the area, and it had my name on the back. And I gave it to his son. And I was like, if your dad ever make you mad, just walk around the house with that jersey on. But Dave is a great guy, man. I mean, look, I'm a student of comedy, and I'm very much in the position I am because of all of the great comedians before me that have paved the way for me to go through the doors that I'm going through. So I take my hat off to him for even coming and showing me love at the show and for putting me in the set. It was the biggest compliment that you can ever receive. So I love him to death for that.
You write in the book a lot about your humble beginnings in Philadelphia, and it's really fascinating. You say you started out as a mistake.
Yeah.
And you talk about how your dad struggled with addiction to crack, and some of the things, spent some time in prison, and you talk about some of the things you witnessed as a kid. What were some of those things? I found it fascinating to read.
I mean, some of them. I mean, you name it, I witnessed it. You know, I came from hard times. Philadelphia, North Philadelphia. Dad was on any and every drug that you can name, in and out of jail. I think the hardest thing, probably the deepest thing, this is daytime. They had a picture of me with drawers or something on it. People just say, oh, just what's your show? Okay. Yeah. That was me when I didn't have no facial hair. It was weird. No, I think the toughest thing was just seeing my dad when drugs really had that effect on his life. Like when you visibly see the change in the person and you're at an age to go, oh, wait, this is something else, you know, and you're young enough, but you're old enough to go, something isn't right, and nobody wants to talk to you or tell you because of your age. They're trying to protect you, so you end up putting the pieces to the puzzle together yourself. And, you know, where I lived, people that dealt drugs were dealing drugs to my dad. So ultimately, I became the butt of a joke without knowing that the joke was my dad. It was like, oh, your dad coming back, you know we've been giving your dad stuff. Not my dad. No way. You ever give my dad stuff. And then eventually I see, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen my dad in X, Y, and Z, but here it is. My dad has been reoccurring and currently visiting these places without me know. So when you're a child and you see it, it's like, damn, that's the biggest punch that you can take.
But you dealt with all of that with humor.
Oh, well, you have no choice. I mean, for me, you got different roads that you can take. You can make it right, you can make it left.
Yeah.
I always chose to take the smart route. You know, that easy, dumb route is negative, is violent, is following the same road that was being displayed to me. I chose to go this way, and I use humor, personality, positive spirit.
Your mom was very strict on you.
Very.
You said she beat on you and kept you on a very short leash.
Yeah, my mom used to whip my behind.
With your own toys.
Yeah.
But she supported you in an unexpected way when you started in comedy.
Very
How was
much
that?
so. My mom never questioned my vision. She never questioned my goals and my dreams when I decided what they were. So she took a year and she said, within this year, you can make things right, and I'm gonna support you. I'll back you. I'll pay your rent. You got nothing to worry about.
You gotta read this Bible.
Yeah, she wanted me to read the Bible. I didn't read the Bible how she wanted me to, and eventually I had no choice but to open the Bible because she just kept saying that she wouldn't give me the money, and I opened the Bible, and all of the rent checks for the year were hid in the Bible.
In the
So
Bible.
she didn't want to tell me that. Yeah.
Open the book.
Go to the good book.
Yeah, good, right? Good.
Go to the good book.
You know, we're going to take a break. Kevin will still be here, and we'll talk some more. We'll do it.
I like it.
We are back with the hilarious and very busy Kevin Hart. You have so much going on right now. In
Yes, I
addition
do.
to this book, which has puppies on the front.
Best cover ever.
You're starring in the hit kids movie Captain Underpants.
I am, yeah.
And then you're branching out to drama.
Yes. Have a movie coming out called Untouchables, starring Bryan Cranston, Nicole Kidman, myself. My first drama, and it's a remake of a French movie. And I think that my fan base is going to be very, very pleased with the results. I mean, I've seen some pieces, and I'm blown away. I cried on camera, guys.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it hard? Did you think the Denzel one tear?
No, I only.
The Denzel one tear is key.
Well, let me be honest about it. It was only one take. It was one take, and it happened. And they was like, "That was amazing. Do it again." And I was like, "Not gonna happen." Like, that was it. That was my moment. If we didn't get that, we're never gonna get it.
Kevin, you have two beautiful kids from your first marriage.
I do.
Daughter Heaven,
Yeah.
12, and son Hendrix, 9.
Yeah.
How is their upbringing different from yours was?
You know what? I'm present. You know, me and my dad have an amazing relationship now, and I talk about this so much in my book. You know, the things that my dad did prepared me for the things that I'm doing today. You know, his lack of, and you know, the times that he missed or the problems that he went through, it made me really understand what I should do. I should be present. I should make sure that the time that I spend with my kids is the most important thing. The conversations, the lessons that I can give and provide. That's what I do the most. I mean, I break my neck. As soon as I'm done here, I'm getting on the plane, flying back to LA for an hour to go to my daughter's graduation. And I gotta get back on the plane and come right back. It's me just understanding the importance of that. But what I love about my dad is, now that my dad is clean, he understands his mistakes. And instead of trying to right those wrongs and make them, you know, better, he's trying to focus on being the best grandparent that he possibly can. So, you know, everything happens for a reason, which is a good thing.
It all turned out okay.
It all turned out okay,
Do
man.
you have a favorite way to embarrass your kids? I know my mom sure does.
I'm just loud. I'm loud. I'm loud. I show up to my daughters, like, you know, she's at that age where everything is cool. Like, hey, Dad, when you come, just, I'll walk out to you. I don't want to make a big
Oh, yeah. 12.
I honked on, hey, baby! Where my daughter at? Hey! get out with like some sweatpants on or something crazy. My hat's half on my head. What do y'all call my daughter? What do y'all tell her? A dad is here. A dad is here. And she comes up. She hates it. She hates it.
Your wife, Nico, is pregnant.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
My sperm still works. This is an amazing thing, man.
We're talking about your daughter, but now you're having another boy.
Another boy, thank God.
Why thank
Oh
God?
my God, because I got one girl, and that little girl runs me. That girl, she's got me wrapped around her finger, man.
Yes.
And I just couldn't do. I can't do it again. I can't have another one. Like my daughter is so controlling of her father.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
I mean, you treat her so well, though.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Hey, Dad, what time are you coming home? I don't know, baby. I'll figure it out. But I need to know. So I need to know if it's before my bedtime or not. I don't want to talk. Well, baby, Daddy got to do stuff. I know, but I really want to talk. What do you want to talk about? I just want to talk. We have good talks. I want to talk. Like, she is very much...
Remember all that stuff you were talking about being present?
Wow, that's what it is.
you
That's
go.
what I'm saying. That's
There
what it
you
is.
go.
So I got another
That's what
boy
you gotta do.
coming. Thank God. This house can be balanced a little more.
Look, Father's Day is coming up.
It is.
And since you're now going to be a dad of 3,
Yeah.
we wanted to end with a game called Heart to Heart.
I like it. I like it.
Ask you what advice you give to your kids on a variety of hot button issues, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The right card here. Okay. Dating.
Dating. To my daughter, don't do it. To my son, go for it. The birds and the bees, to my daughter, it's stupid. You should never do it. To my son, go for it.
You see?
No. Cheating in school.
Cheating in school. If you don't get caught, technically it's not. Technically, it's not cheating.
Okay, this is more serious. Drugs.
Drugs. You have people who win and people that lose. 9 times out of 10, people that do drugs eventually lose.
Yes.
Dad has never done it. Win. Be like your father. I'm an example. There you go.
What about bullying?
Bullying. You know, we're big on personality in my household, and we believe in you treat people the way that you want to be treated. Ultimately, bullying is frowned upon, and if we know people that are bullying, you know, it's not that you try to jump and beat people up, it's that you simply voice your opinion on what they're doing. And I think the more that you make people aware of what they're doing, the more that they can then start to mentally understand and comprehend it. But my kids are amazing people, so it's not even accepted in the house.
You're like a bazooka rapper of wisdom.
Yes.
A big thank you to Kevin Hart. His book, I Can't Make This Up, is out now, and everyone in the audience is going home with a copy.
Oh, my God!